Good morning. I have been looking online for different ways of building a backyard smoker, and I saw a bunch of different plans, and then I wanted to put one together myself. So I'm going to show you how I built Lucille and talk about it a little bit. So what I wanted to do was smoke hot dogs, and they got to be hanging vertically. And that was the problem with the smoker that I have, the bullet that I have. I had to lay them inside there, which wasn't working. So what I wanted was something I could hang from a high distance down the hot dogs. So a friend of mine and I came up with a design, and he gave me a lot of the building materials, and then we put this together over a couple of days during one weekend. Shameless plug for my friend, Eamon Griffin of Griffin Molinari Building Construction. Shameless plug there for him. But he was so instrumental in helping me design and build this, I have to give him a lot of credit. So as you can see, there's a little chimney that comes out of the top. What we did was took these L bracket and cut them the length that we have there, and I got these oven racks from an appliance store. They were used. They were going to throw them away. They were in the ovens that they had on a pile. So I took a bunch of these home, and one of the things that Eamon figured out was to cut a path in the track so that the little bumps that are naturally the way the oven racks come, that sits right in there like that. And what I've got down here for the power plant is I took a little Weber, a little Smoky Joe, and so that's where I light my fire. It's lined with cement board on the inside and on the door, just in case for fire. And I poured a concrete pad, 2-inch thick concrete pad, upon which the whole thing sits. And being in California with seismic, I bolted the whole unit down to the concrete after concrete dried. So a couple of little videos I'll put in, and you'll be able to see how we built it. And I named her Lucille after B.B. King's guitar. I had that laser etched at a local engraving shop. They do trophies and glassware and bottles, and they also did that for me for only 35 bucks. So let me show you the inside. So it's basic fir 2x4 construction. All that's 2x4 fir. We had one piece of plywood we used. Eamon had that lying around, so that's a T111 exterior siding. That's the inside of it there, of course. But the rest of it's clad with 1x6 cedar fence boards. We channeled them, put a groove inside there, you can almost see that, so that it's almost like tongue and groove. I picked up a couple of thermometers, so those sit on the outside, and that kind of gives me an idea where my temperature is in two different zones. And on the inside you can see that's where they come in, one there and one up there. And next videos will be of Lucille in action, cook and smoke sausage. Oh, before I go, we put weather stripping all the way around, so when it's closed it is pretty Loctite. The hinges and the latches were simple. I got those from Amazon. And before I go too much farther, I got to tell you that the whole thing only cost $400 to build this entire beautiful smoker. And I think that's a pretty good deal. All right, more later. So now Lucille is in function. We've got the thermometers up here, and it's a bit above 185 for the upper one, and it looks like 178 for the lower one. I use an iDevice sending unit for my internal thermometer, and inside are the two summer sausages that I'm smoking right now. I keep a pan of water inside there to keep hydrating the sausages or whatever I'm smoking. leg of turkey or leg of lamb or anything else. Yeah, they're looking good. You can see they're starting to drip grease down from the inside, which is perfect. They're really slowly cooking, which is great. Right now their internal temperature is 89 degrees. So I'm going to cook them until they're 145 and then put them away. You can see again the weatherproofing on this, weatherproofing on the lower one. I keep a pretty low fire. It's half a chimney full of coal and then a few pieces of oak, maybe some chips, whatever I happen to have, some hickory. For these particular summer sausages, I want to use oak. All right, more later. So I forgot to point out the roof. This is the roof. I picked these cedar shake up at the lumber store. They were in a busted bundle, so I got them for way cheap. Guy sold me just what I needed. Instead of the 80 square feet, I only got 7 square feet for like 15 bucks. So that saved a lot of money. And then below my beautiful chimney, the chimney, by the way, took me 3 different hardware stores. One to get this flange that comes off of there. So obviously I cut a hole in the wood. The flange comes off of there, has a connection. I got one of these bendable guys to make a 90, and this cool little chimney that was at another store. So then I just screwed them together. Just screw there somewhere. Oh, there's one. Yeah, self-tapping screws. Painted it black, used some flat black spray paint. Makes a nice thing. But one thing I forgot to point out is the dampers. So I drilled two 2-inch holes, one on either side of the smoker, and then just put this piece of wood that's 2 inches by whatever that is, 9 inches or so. And that's how I slow down the intake of air to slow it down or speed it up depending on what temperature I'm looking for. Hitting kind of the sweet spot right now. This thermometer is looking like 165 and this one is 175. So right in that zone, right in there, we're looking at like 170, which is what I want to cook my summer sausages at. It's 170, and they're looking nice and greasy and glowy. And look at, oh yeah, that's a thing of beauty. Their internal thermometer, the temperature is reading about 110 right now, and they need to get to 145 before I pull them and refrigerate them. So that's it for now. More later. Summer sausages, 145 degrees, and Lucille is a nice, happy smoker. Pulled those out, and they're perfect. Look at that. They're going to be beautiful. Going to let them rest overnight, and then carve into them tomorrow. More to come. There it is, finished product. Beautiful summer sausage. I love Lucille. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching how to make the smoker, and I hope it helps if you're building your own. I love it. Bye-bye.